Hi, welcome back to Our Morning View. I'm Ron, and today we're going to take a trip through the mighty 5 national parks in Utah. That would be the Arches, Canyonland, Capitol Reef, Bryce, and Zion. We're going to tell you what to see and how to see it and what we found out with RVing with a dog. You're going to want to see this. Stick around. We left the house and headed to Grand Canyon National Park, where we were going to stay at Desert Springs Campground. Here are some of the things we saw.
Today I shared the skin of who I used to be. Got Sinatra on a 45, I'm buzzing like a bee. Just hoping you'll come fly with me. Georgia, then a rental.
The first night we spent at Grand Canyon Desert View Campground. Very nice park, very clean, people were friendly. We had a little fire, and then we made some grilled cheese sandwiches with our pie irons. It's the first time we'd done that in a while, so it's kind of fun. The next day we got up and we went and we visited the Grand Canyon. Wasn't a whole lot to see there. Where we were at, I think if you go over to the other campground, you get a better view. We're going there on the way back. You need to stick around and see what happens.
And think of what the future will bring. But how I hope for California in the spring. Back down to Nashville in Carolina.
If you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing. We greatly appreciate it. That way we know that we're putting out good content that our subscribers are enjoying, and we will continue to make content that will hopefully make your next time out a little bit more enjoyable. And also subscribe if you want to see anything about the Albuquerque Balloon Festival, because we're going there in a couple weeks and we're going to bring you along. Back to the clip. Last night we were camping in Desert View Campground in Grand Canyon National Park.
It was hot when we got there, so we made the decision to leave the blinds open so we could have the breeze with the windows open and just the screens closed. So we didn't have the shades closed. In the middle of the night I woke up and I was like, why the heck does somebody have a light on? And I sat up and I looked out and I'm like, oh, that would be the full moon. And unfortunately I was too tired, so I didn't take a picture of it. But I did close the blind a little bit.
When she says a little bit, she means a little bit for her, not for her husband. I woke up and I'm like, what? Why is that light so bright? And I don't know, I guess I was kind of dazed or something, because I was actually thinking it was a street light. Hey, there's no street lights in the middle of the park, I'm sure. When we got up this morning, we were talking and she asked about the bright light, and then she told me it was the moon, and I would have never guessed it was that bright, so.
It was a pretty spectacular full moon last night.
You did get some pictures of it with your phone, right?
Early on, but I we'd gone for that walk with Toby without my camera, and I noticed the moon, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go take a couple pictures of it. And in literally the time it took me to walk in, grab my phone, and walk out, some clouds had come over it a little bit, so they weren't as spectacular as it was at 2 o'clock in the morning when it was shining into the window.
We're in Monument Valley, and we had to make a little stop. Can you figure out where we're at? Here, take a look. Well, we're driving through Monument Valley.
It's not a national park, which I thought it was.
It's run by the Navajo.
It's a Navajo tribal park.
Also, while we're speaking about it, I had the opportunity just a few minutes ago. We stopped at a gas station in Cayente, and Shannon went in to get some food, and she came out with fried bread sandwich. I thought it was kind of weird, but it was ham and green chilies, and it was actually quite good.
It was good.
They didn't have them in Wisconsin when I grew up, so.
I think we might actually stop for like non-gas station fried bread. Now that you've had fried bread,
Right.
You're like, oh, it's pretty good.
And Shannon wants a Navajo taco. We're not quite sure what that is.
I think it's a taco.
If you had a Navajo taco, drop it down below and tell us what you think, because we're on the hunt. We'll let you know. We'll bring you along when we find it. Enjoy the monument view.
I always try to take the long way home. Skip familiar places that I know. I always seem to find the open road. I'm looking for it everywhere I go. Hey, this is life in the badlands, badlands. Forget about the reason. Don't know what you're doing. I try to catch the feelings. You make me smile. Making friends along the way. So pack your bags and let's leave for the day.
When we got Arches, it was so hot. We couldn't leave Toby in the motorhome. What we did was we'd bring him with us, or we'd run the generator and keep the AC on for a short period of time. Basically, we just did a drive-through and we hit the high spots. One thing I might suggest is getting Guide Along, it's called. It used to be called the Gypsy Guide, now it's called the Guide Along. You can buy like the Mighty 5-pack, which was all the parks, and as you drive along, it uses GPS to give you stories about what you're driving through. It's really remarkable. Highly suggest it. We have no ties to it, but we've used it in the past and we really liked it.
Just believe and follow me. This is life in the badlands, badlands. Forget about the reason. Don't know what you're doing. I try to catch the feelings. You make me smile.
after Arches, we went to Canyonland the next day. And although they're like, I don't know, 20, 30 miles apart, they're totally different parks. It's unbelievably different. And that's what's really amazing about the Mighty Five. If you look right here, that's a road that people used to drive down. And then when it gets down to the bottom of the canyon, you can see it still. I think it's like 7 miles long. If we would have had to escape, we would have probably went down, but not doable in a motorhome. I would put Canyonland as a must-see. For watching our video, we greatly appreciate it. Make sure you tune in next week as we're going to go to Zion, Bryce, and Capitol Reef, and then we have a special bonus segment we're going to put in there too. And then in 2 or 3 weeks, we're off to the Bloom Festival in Albuquerque. You're going to want to follow us there. Greatly appreciate you taking time to watch our videos. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends. Until next time, slow down and enjoy the view. Thanks for watching.
I got my bags packed, timeline on track. My winter coat stuck in the closet way back. I won't be needing that. I won't be needing that.